Welcome back to the Sanctuary of the Grieving Goddess. I am she. This is a space for complicated grief, for the unspoken things, for the emotions you've silenced because they felt wrong, messy, or hard to explain. Today we're talking about a kind of grief that almost no one warns you about, the grief of losing someone who hurt you. Take a breath with me, let your shoulders fall, allow your body to soften, because this episode will touch places that many people never speak out loud. When someone dies, someone who hurt you, disappointed you, abandoned you, betrayed you, or abused you, the grief that follows is unlike anything else. It's confusing, it's disorienting, and it's layered with emotions that seem to contradict each other. You may miss them and also feel relieved. You may cry for them and also feel anger toward them. You may wish you had had more time and also feel grateful that the pain is no longer happening. And that's where we begin. Missing someone doesn't erase the pain they caused. Both can be true, and both are true for many people. Grief does not clean up what happened. Grief does not rewrite the story. Grief does not turn painful memories into gentle ones. It simply exposes the pieces of your heart that you've learned to live around. When the person you lost hurt you emotionally, physically, spiritually, or through long patterns of neglect, your grief may feel like a secret you have to guard. You may feel guilty for missing them, ashamed for grieving, confused about what you're grieving, angry that you didn't get closure, angry that they died before facing any type of accountability, overwhelmed by old memories resurfacing, unsure if you're allowed to hurt at all, and all of this is completely normal. You are grieving what was, what wasn't, and what will never be. For some people, the grief is not about missing who they were, it's grieving who they never became. It's grieving the apology you never received. It's grieving the healthier version of them you always hoped for. It's grieving the parent they could have been, the partner they should have been, and the friend you deserved. It's grieving the part of you that kept trying. When someone hurt you, their absence can stir up everything you push down just to survive. Anger, resentment, longing, regret, relief, sadness, confusion, emptiness, hope, pain, guilt, bitterness, tenderness, all at once, all mixed together, and all totally valid. You may feel angry they're gone, angry they left you with emotional work that they didn't do, angry they died before fixing anything, angry that you now have to heal wounds they created, angry that the world might honor them in ways that do not match your experience. These emotions aren't wrong, they're honest, and honesty is a major part of healing. I want to share one small truth from my own healing. There are times in life when the person who hurt you is gone and you are left with emotions that have nowhere to land. No confrontation, no accountability, no explanations, no apology, no closure. And I learned something the hard way. If you don't give those emotions somewhere to go, they settle inside you and build a life of their own. My turning point came when I realized this. I had to alchemize my anger so it wouldn't destroy me. I had to stop asking those feelings to disappear and instead ask them, what do you need from me to let go? And that is where healing begins. Not in pretending, not in rewriting the story, not in making someone better than they were, but in allowing yourself to feel without judging your own heart. Please hear me when I say, you don't owe silence to protect the memory of someone who hurt you. You don't have to pretend they were different. You don't have to perform a grief that looks acceptable. And you don't have to shrink your story to make others feel comfortable. Your grief is yours. Your truth is yours. Your experience is yours. Oftentimes, healing looks like speaking the truth, acknowledging the pain, allowing the complexity, naming what they did, naming what you needed, and naming what you lost because they could not love you well. And that is not disrespect, it's reclamation. This is what emotional adulthood looks like inside grief that was never simple. This episode is not about forgiveness, though some may choose that path. This episode is about validation, truth, self compassion, inner reconciliation, and emotional freedom. Because you cannot heal by denying your experience. Somewhere inside you is a younger version of yourself who remembers every moment with this person. The good, the painful, the confusing, the disappointing, the things you never spoke about, the things you still carry. Give that version of you compassion. Give them gentleness. Give them the voice they didn't have back then. What helps with this kind of grief is not trying to achieve perfection. It's achieving honesty. You don't have to choose between they hurt me and I miss them. Both are allowed to exist. Both deserve space, and both are part of the truth. You are allowed to grieve the pain they cause, grieve the love you wish they gave, grieve the relationship you never got, grieve the version of yourself who kept trying, grieve the hope that died with them, and grieve without offering excuses for their behavior. And I want you to remember this. Your grief does not have to be pretty to be valid. There is no right way to grieve someone who hurt you. There is only your way, and it is enough. I want to take a moment and read the compassion insight from chapter 8 of the Foundations of Grief workbook. Grieving someone who hurt you is one of the most complicated forms of grief. It brings a mix of emotions that don't fit neatly anywhere. Sadness, anger, guilt, confusion, relief, resentment, and even love. None of it feels simple, and none of it feels right, because the relationship itself wasn't simple. This kind of grief asks you to hold two truths at once: that someone caused you pain, and that losing them still affects you. Understanding this helps release the shame that often comes with these emotions. You are not wrong for grieving them. You are not wrong for feeling relieved. You are not wrong for feeling both. When a complicated person dies, you're not just grieving who they were. You're grieving the hopes, the disappointments, the boundaries you never got to set, and the healing that now has to happen without closure. This insight allows you to stop judging your emotions and start acknowledging them. There is no appropriate way to grieve someone who hurt you. There is only your way, the honest way. Let this understanding remind you that mixed emotions don't make you weak or conflicted. They make you human. And healing from a complicated loss takes compassion for every part of your experience. What truth about your relationship have you been afraid to admit? You don't have to answer that today. Just breathe into the honesty that rises when you ask the question. Answers will surface when your heart is ready. If you need a safe space to process these truths, to write out what you could never say out loud, to honor both your pain and your healing, the Foundations of Grief workbook is there for you. The link is in the bio and the description, if your heart needs that space. This kind of grief is not small. It's not simple. It's not wrong. It is human. You are not alone for feeling conflicted. You are not broken for having mixed emotions. You are not heartless for remembering the hurt. You are not weak for missing the good moments. You are navigating a grief that requires both honesty and tenderness, and you are doing it with more courage than you realize. In the next episode, we'll talk about something many people misunderstand. Healing doesn't mean you don't miss them. The ache changes, but the love, the memories, and the echoes, they all remain. Until then, please be gentle with your grief. Be gentle with your truth. Be gentle with the parts of you that are just now finding their voice. You are not alone, never here in this sanctuary. Welcome to the sanctuary.